Hey, welcome to the Drayway. I am really glad you're here. Hey, will you do me a favor? Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the show because there's a new Drayway each and every day, and I got a good one for you. So I'll tell you what, let's go. Hey, welcome to the Drayway. Lot to talk about today. I want to bring you back just a few years ago. Let me take you back in time when President Biden had just become president recently, and he was pulling the military out of Afghanistan. You see, Donald Trump had negotiated the deal that the U.S. military would be withdrawn from Afghanistan. Trump basically organized the entire thing. He negotiated exactly how it would be done, when it would be done, step by step by step. That's what Trump negotiated before Biden ever became president. So when Biden became president, he said, we're going to follow this through. We're going to remove the soldiers from Afghanistan. Here we go. And as most of you know, there was an attack during this process, and 13 soldiers lost their lives because of this attack. And Republicans were quick to jump and say, those soldiers are your fault, President Biden. Even though you weren't within thousands of miles of that place, the whole thing is your fault, and you have to answer to the soldiers. You have to answer to the families. It's your fault, your fault, your fault. That's what Republicans did, all right? Last night, there was a tragedy by Reagan Airport. Here, an American Airlines is all set on computer just to simply land. It's a few hundred feet from landing, and a military helicopter comes out of nowhere and runs right into the front of the plane, killing everyone. A military helicopter. I guess they claim it was, we were training. And I'm thinking to myself, who trains in front of a major international airport landing zone? Who on earth is that stupid to do that? That's the dumbest explanation I have ever heard. But what was that military aircraft doing there? And if that military aircraft ran into the plane, which we all saw, that is Donald Trump's fault, right? Because he's in charge of the military. It's Donald Trump's fault. So all those dozens and dozens and dozens of people losing their lives is your fault, Donald Trump. Right, Republicans? I mean, do I have this correct? Do I have it right that it was Biden's fault for the whole thing in Afghanistan? So it's Trump's fault that this military helicopter just runs right into a giant passenger plane, a commercial passenger plane. And it's a massive plane. It's huge. And the helicopter just couldn't see it. Just couldn't see this giant plane that is landing, just like many of the planes right before it, Giant helicopter just couldn't see this massive, all lit up airplane. Yeah. So I guess that is Donald Trump's fault, correct? Because if the thing in Afghanistan was Biden's fault, surely this whole catastrophe is Trump's fault. And I'm sure there's going to be lots of Republicans saying, yeah, well, like we said, that thing that happened shortly after Biden became president, yeah, that was his fault. And yeah, this thing that just happened, that's Trump's fault. I'm sure that's what they're going to say. Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think so either. As we all know, nothing is Donald Trump's fault. Even though Donald Trump fired people and an entire organization in charge of passenger and flight safety. Yeah, he got rid of the whole thing. And this is what I mean by there are consequences. There are consequences to having people that have no idea what they are doing. And I've warned you, and I've looked you right in your face, and I told you, Donald Trump was president 4 years ago, for 4 years, and during a pandemic. The pandemic hit, and he had no idea what to do, none. And he did basically nothing. And 1 million Americans died because he had no clue as to what to do, none. Sooner or later, he has to take accountability, because when he's president, people die. And you say, oh, Drayton, come on, this isn't his fault. Yes, it is. If it's Biden's fault in Afghanistan, he's in charge of the military. If there's a military mishap, that falls on Trump. No matter what you say, it falls on him. If it doesn't fall on him, who does it fall on? Pete Hegseth? The drunk? It falls on him? Tell me who it falls on. Let me know in the comments. I want to know. But welcome to the Dre Way. We have a lot more to talk about. A lot more to talk about. So stay right there. Welcome to the Dre Way. The media has a responsibility. The media has a responsibility to call out when there is just flat, ridiculous BS lies being told. All right? And the biggest lie that we're being told is somehow Donald Trump saved the United States $50 million because we were going to send condoms to Gaza. And we were going to send condoms to Gaza, and they were just going to make bombs out of them and kill Americans with the condom bombs. And he said that with a straight face. We actually had the president talking about condom bombs. You know, I can see it right now. You know, I mean, the U.S. military is thinking to yourselves, guys, soldiers, I'm trying to prepare you everything for war. I'm trying to prepare you for what these terrorists could throw at us. And I just want you to be aware, you don't have to worry about bullets or sniper fire or bombs. You don't have to worry about anything except for condom bombs. Yeah, guys, watch out for these condom bombs. We all know many soldiers lose their lives because of condom bombs. Are you freaking kidding me? Why is the news media not going, yeah, that's a bald-faced lie. That is such a ridiculous, stupid thing to say. And it needs to be called out. It needs to be said, what are you talking about? Because I promise you, if President Biden was talking about condom bombs, they would be like, President Biden, can you stand over on the side and just sit down, please? You're talking about condom bombs and nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. Well, once again, we have a rattling old man and Donald Trump talking about condom bombs. Have we completely lost our minds? How is everyone today not going, did you hear the president talking about freaking condom bombs? Are you joking? And he's bragging that he's, we're cutting things to the bone. We're making things better for the American taxpayer. Yeah. There will be no, spending $50 million. First of all, if you want to, I heard in a story this morning that any condoms they could be possibly talking about would have been paid for and done by the Clinton administration. So how old would those condoms be? I don't know about you. When was the last time you used a 30-year-old condom? I don't suggest it. Do you? A 30-year-old condom? But that's how ridiculous things are. That's how crazy things are. You know, if he's not playing golf, he's talking about condom bombs. And we're supposed to recognize this man as the president of the United States when he's a complete twit. He literally has no clue as to what's going on. And I can't wait for him to explain. Why isn't he on the microphone explaining? Maybe he is during the show. As I'm filming the show, maybe he's on air right now explaining why a military helicopter is in the path of passenger planes landing at Reagan. I can't wait to hear that explanation, because the first explanation I got that, it was just on a standard. No, there's nothing standard about flying in the path of passenger planes. Nothing. It's not done. You want to know why it's not done? Because this could happen. And that's why it hasn't happened, because we don't do something so stupid as to having training pilots flying in front of the path of passenger planes. Give me a break. Anyway, again, let me know your thoughts. I can see this is going to drive me nuts today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Welcome to the Dre Way. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. Stay right there. Republicans are always claiming states' rights. Leave it to the states. It's all about what the states want to do. Leave states alone. Leave corporations alone. Let corporations do what they want to do. It's up to states. It's up to the corporations. Don't put regulations on them. Except Costco. Except Costco, who is for DEI, or diversity, equity, and inclusion, which we all should be for. If you're not for DEI, you're for racism. Yeah, you clearly have a problem, and you're a racist. No matter what you say, no matter what you think, you're racist. If you're against DEI, that is the stamp of approval right on your forehead that you're racist. Because there's no reason for you to have anything to say about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And now, from the red states, you have these governors from red states attacking Costco, because Costco has a policy, a DEI policy, with regards to diversity, equity, and inclusion. As companies are dropping it under Republican pressure, Costco has said, no, this is our policy. This is what we think is the right thing to do. And Republican governors have said, no. And this is what I'm talking about. It's all about states' rights. It's all about leaving companies alone until you disagree with Republicans. Then all of a sudden, it's not about state rights anymore. It's not about letting companies do what they want to do. No. It's not about that anymore. It's about, you will do what we want you to do. You will do what we want or else. And that is what is so scary now. It's so scary because I don't want to just talk about Costco here. I want to talk about, not only is that scary because they're going after a company that is kind of just saying, we want to be inclusive. We want to have diversity. We want to promote, diversity in our company. No. They're attacking Costco for that. But to make matters even worse than that, and what I really want to talk about is, we're going to build a detention center in Guantanamo Bay that can house, we're going to put people in concentration camps. That's basically what it is, right? We're going to put 30,000 people at Guantanamo Bay in a detention camp, a concentration camp. What do you want to call it? I don't know what else to call it. I don't know. So you tell me what we call it. And we're going to ship these people there. These people have committed no crime. These aren't hardened criminals. We've already seen them sweep up American citizens, for gosh sakes. But this is America now. This is America. This is what we've become. We're going to attack companies that openly say, hey, we're for diversity. Yeah, let's attack them. And now we're going to round up people imperative to our way of life. And we're going to round them up and ship them to Guantanamo Bay. And a place where you have no rights, you have no any. And how long are you going to keep these people there? What are the rules? What are the rules? This isn't America. It's not. You can argue till you're blue in the face. This is not American at all. This is fascism. This is something I didn't think our country would ever be a part of. I know what we did in the past, but I thought we learned from the past. And it's apparent that we have not. We haven't learned from the past because, once again, a bunch of white people want to do things to people of color that are horrific. And we just keep repeating the same mistake over and over and over again. We apparently don't learn. And apparently, our racism never goes away either. Let me know what you think. Thanks for stopping by the Dreway, a new Dreway each and every day. I hope I see you again tomorrow. Have a good one.